Hey, how's it going, everybody? Coach Kyle here, and I thought I would take a few minutes to quickly show you how I typically recommend fueling long runs and how I'm most likely going to fuel my upcoming marathon. And this is for clients who I've actually had two clients ask this recently, and with my marathon coming up, it's been something of a strong focus of mine lately in training. So, what I'm going to use for my marathon is this vest from Osprey, and this is the Duro 1.5. So it's a very minimal light vest with a 1.5 liter hydration bladder inside. And what that looks like is it's inside there. I can take this clip off, and that holds it up higher. And what I like about these Osprey ones is that the hydration bladder, I'll pull this out. So we've got the bladder here. And I have the Duro, this is the Duro 1.5. I have the Duro 15 as well. That's a 15-liter pack with a 2.5 liter bottle or bladder. And so I can just click that and it takes the bladder off. And the tube comes through there. I'll leave that in there for now because I want to show you something quick. And I'll just tuck it in there. And so what I typically recommend is two things. Drinking to thirst, not connecting your calories to your hydration, plus taking in, training run, long, easy run, 200 maybe calories, maybe 300 per hour. For a marathon, for something longer, we're talking, easy long run, 200 to 300 per hour. A long race, we're going to go 300 to 400 per hour. And I'll show you how that looks. And drinking to thirst. So the nice thing about the vest, and I used to be a handheld guy, but the nice thing about the vest is that it's pretty minimal. I mean, it does not take up much space. It's super light, and you have basically as much water as you want. I haven't tried it. I probably could fit the 2.5 liter bottle in here even if I wanted to. And it connects just like this. Again, super easy, super customizable. I tightened it back here. I prefer it tighter down here, and that pulls this away a little bit from up here. And let's see. So drinking to thirst, there's some research that shows that it's not so much actual dehydration, and dehydration is normal. You can't drink enough to not become dehydrated during a 3-hour moderately warm to warm run. But drinking to thirst, now there is some research showing that it's not so much the loss of water that limits performance, but the feeling of thirst. And your brain senses, this guy's thirsty, we're going to slow him down, induce some fatigue as a protective mechanism. There was a study that had cyclists hooked up to an IV, so they were becoming hydrated through the IV, yet they were getting fatigued. They were having performance limitations, even though they were getting hydration, because they were still drying out their mouth and they weren't able to actually drink, which is pretty crazy. But again, the body can sense what's going on through through your mouth, and it acts accordingly. So drinking to thirst, not drinking every 2 miles at an aid station, but having something handy to just sip on every mile whenever you feel like you want something is very important. And so what I'm doing for the race is I've got a number of gel options available. And what I like to do is have hour one, have another hour here, and have another hour in the back somewhere and just pull them out. And so that makes it easy. Okay, every 20 minutes, I'm gonna have a gel. 20 more minutes later, have another gel. And that makes it easy, it makes it simple. And again, you're starting off, you're starting off with a lot of gels, 3 per hour. So for me, 3-hour marathon, I'm gonna have 9 gels on board. But every 20 minutes, That's one less. So it's one less up on your chest or on the pocket in the back or whatever. So you start off with a bit, but it becomes a non-issue. And it's better to have enough than to not have enough. Trust me on that. And one thing I want to talk about is a recent study that I found super fascinating. Looked at elite trail marathoners, and they were finishing this trail marathon in about 4 some hours, and included 2 world champions. And they had the runners break up into 3 groups. One group took 200 some calories per hour, so they took a gel every half hour. Another group took 300 calories per hour. They took a gel every 20 minutes. And the third group took a gel every 15 minutes. They were taking in like 450 calories per hour, which is more than most people do take. And they didn't let people into the study that had done gut training in the past, and we'll talk about that. And what they found was that the people who ate the most calories per hour had a slightly faster marathon time on average, but more importantly, comparing the pre-marathon to post-marathon tests, the people that took in the most calories recovered the best after the marathon. Their performance decreased the least amount with these with these various tests after the marathon. So what this means is that during training, for every long run for 2 months to the race, I'm going to take in 300 calories per hour. And that's for 3 reasons. Number one, you want to figure out what you like, and you want to dial that in for race day. Number 2, you want to you want to train the gut to take in and handle these calories. The more calories you can take in and the better you can use them, the better you're going to run. And number 3, and this is with training, is that this study showed the better you fuel during training, the better you're going to recover. And the better you recover, the better your training is going to be. So it accumulates over time, where it's not just that one run, but recovering from that one run. And protein gets all the post-workout protein gets all the glory for recovery, but this intra-run carbohydrate has been shown to improve recovery as well. And so why not train the gut, figure out what you like, and dial everything in during the 2 months prior to the marathon, ultra marathon, and you're going to feel better, you're going to run better, you're going to recover better. So again, typically how it looks and how I've been doing it. And I have a larger pack right there. This is the real minimal light one. It's really, there's not much to it. And I'm drinking to thirst. Just take this every mile, whenever I just feel like it. And during the marathon, I'm going to have 3 gels, maybe 4 per hour. And that's 400 some calories, maybe 300, we'll see. And I'm going to put some maltodextrin and sucrose in with my water here. So the gels will have electrolytes, carbs. They do have some vegan amino acids, leucine, etc., and caffeine. And my water will have glucose and fructose, which maltodextrin and sucrose are table sugar. So that's my plan. And one tip that I found out recently, and again, I'm not a long time hydration pack user, I'm more of a handheld guy, and it's been really nice to have as much water as I want. Even with 2 handhelds, if I go out for 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm kind of rationing it. But with a pack, I can have as much as I want, and it's great. And one thing I have realized is that I don't typically prefer the straw up front. I've been finding that, and I gotta figure out where's the end. So it's about like this. So it's a little long, but I've been kind of playing around with it. And if I have the magnet up here, I kind of like it down here under my arm rather than out front like this. It's just doesn't move quite as much. It doesn't stick out as much right here. And I found that it doesn't really bother me. So that's something I've learned over the last few runs. But I think that's about it. The vest is nice. I really like it, and you know, like I said, I'm a longtime handheld guy, but I wish I would have bought the vest sooner. And I'm coming around to thinking that it's definitely the way to go. And you can get like this. It was under $100. I actually bought it where somebody bought this small one and it was too small for them, so they bought the larger one and just switched out the bladders and gave me the new bladder. So I got this baby for $50. But even the big one here, like even this one, I think I got it on sale for $104. So this is significantly larger than this, but even this is fine for easy runs, and this is a really great option for quicker ones when you just want just enough for a run, but you don't want to be weighed down with a bunch of extra storage. And this one actually has larger pockets up front than that one does, and I can easily store plenty of calories up here. I'll probably have gels. I think I'll run with my phone as well, and I'll have that up front as well. But yeah, that's what I got, and I'm super pleased with it. So that's a quick rundown of how to fuel long runs, races, and how I'm planning on going about doing it this fall. So questions, comments, drop them below. And as always, you keep running, I'll keep coaching.